Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode. We're here at the Gate of Fear, and we're going to be speaking to this Canthan ghost here to learn a bit more about the circumstances of Shiro Tagachi and why he's here. And we're also going to complete the final Odd Bodies quest. We're going to do it all together. Oh, why is the compass on again? Ugh, okay, right, it's off. Here we go. Okay, oh no, I didn't want to turn it off. Right, it's off. Okay, so let's speak to Imperial Captain Shi Wang. And this is a master quest, and so is the follow-up one. So, he says, when I discovered that Shiro Tagachi lorded over this place, my rage burned hotter than a dragon's fire. Long ago, Shiro and I fought as brothers in the elite Imperial Guard, and he was cold-blooded even then. Even so, none of us believed our eyes when he turned on Emperor Angsaiyan and slew him. His treachery continues after death. He has been binding the lost souls of this realm to his Shirokan constructs. The spirits of my fellow guardsmen are being forced to serve their murderer. Matt Greenspring, please free the souls of my comrades. So you guys will remember the story of factions. There was a fortune teller who kind of corrupted Shiro as far as we can see, and he went a bit mad. He thought the emperor was going to assassinate him, and he ended up killing the emperor in the middle of this festival to Dwayne, and just sent all this kind of crazy shit happened. And then when he died himself because of Vizu and the two great Kurzik and Luxon heroes, everything went to Jade and stuff. That's the whole storyline, but we still don't know exactly what was going on there, and we're going to learn it had everything to do with Abaddon. So I will free your brother's souls from this terrible servitude. Right, and also I'm gonna, because it's a master quest, we can use the Odd Bodies to help us out here. So let's speak to the Forgotten Keeper. This is the final Odd Bodies quest. He says, I have a message from you from Captain Yithlis. Ah, okay. He requests that you meet him in the domain of fear to help him with something important, something invisible to the eye. He would tell me no more. Okay, I will go meet him. Right, so we've got two quests going on at the moment, guys. And obviously, you remember the Odd Bodies. They're looking for this demon, the Unseen, which they're convinced that Abaddon is trying to summon. Things haven't exactly been going very well for them recently, but we'll see how it goes. Right, so back out into the domain of fear. Now, because I've already kind of shown you guys a lot of this area, this actually gives me the advantage of being able to cut a lot in this episode. So, first things first, let's speak to Captain Yithlis. Oh, here's the Odd Bodies all lined up. I love these guys. I wish they were into more quests. Anyway, containing Abaddon has cost us countless lives, but so long as one of my peoples remain, we will fulfill our sacred duty. I'm glad you could make it, Matt. We have located the place where Abaddon's servants intend to raise this demon. We are ready to begin the assault. It would be an honor to fight by your side in the defense of our people. You all know what's at stake. If the Unseen is unleashed, Abaddon will gain a powerful ally. Powerful enough to shatter his chains. That is not going to happen. Not while we're able to do something about it. Forward march. May the gods have mercy on their souls. Right, so these guys are all going to come along with us. We've basically got like a 14-man party, which is pretty great. Oh, and we're already fighting. So, where do they think the Unseen is going to be summoned? Let's have a look on our map. Oh, all the way down there. Okay, and where are our friends... the spirits that we need to free, the Imperial cards, where are they? Oh, they're down there as well. Really? Yeah, okay, so they're both together. Alright, so let's just go for it, shall we? Let's head south. In fact, I didn't show you guys south, so I will show this bit of the trip at the very least. I take it back. Looking at the party window, we've actually got 17 people here. We're just shredding our way through everything. Okay, so more cobwebs. Could this be the Harvestman's Lair by any chance? You remember the last episode I was talking about the kind of spidery pit you go to, and the guildwars.dat talks about gods of insectoid beings. Could this be this area? I think it might be, actually. Yeah, I think this is the Harvestman's Lair. I wasn't aware that we'd be coming here. So this is actually this area. It's pretty messed up, isn't it? So this is the area that was described as... oh, there's lots of Terrorweb Driders here, actually, as well. Which are minions of Doom. Let's not confuse this with Arachnia, but it is quite cool that they're here. This was the area that was described as, in the background, supposedly, you could always hear the scurrying of little spider legs moving around, but you could never quite see where they were. Like they were kind of going in through the walls and stuff. So So this is just kind of one of those areas in the Realm of Torment. This is a place for me, because you'd never really have to vanquish here, and you never really have to do... Look, this place is huge. Look at just these giant things everywhere. This is one of those areas that, particularly, unless you're doing quests, and some places there's not even any quests there, most players will never ever see here in the Realm of Torment, just because there's absolutely no reason to come here. And in fact, I barely even remember this place. I might not have ever been here before. I mean, I've read about the quests that we're currently doing quite a few times. Oh, and a Torment Claw. But I'm not sure whether I actually remember doing them, come to think of it. So this is all quite new to me. It's quite fun, actually. You know, you spend so long playing the game, and then it's nice to realise that there's actually stuff you still haven't seen. Anyway, so there's some Margonites here. This is our first location. For what quest are we on? Okay, so this... Oh, okay, I see. So can you see this Shirokin here? Bound Howlee. It's an assassin boss. This is just like in Factions where we had to kill them. Remember, Shiro binds their spirits into these things called the Shirokin. And that's how he created his army. So you kill the Shirokin, and then the bound spirit comes back out. I won't go into too much detail about it because we've already seen a lot of it. But okay, so we've killed him, and the Imperial Guard has come out. See, now I know we're quite close to where the odd bodies want to go as well, but I don't particularly want to lose them as allies just yet. Oh, how I miss the days when I served in the Honor Guard for Emperor Anxiang. Thank you for releasing me from Shiro's treachery. You know, he did not always have such darkness in his heart. He was ambitious, yes, but loyal to Cantha and a true guardsman. I believe that evil forces from this realm manipulated Shiro to assassinate the Emperor. How they managed to sway him is the true mystery. Okay, so that was handy to know. Right, so are we leaving this cobwebby area? Yes, we are. So now we're going over here. Where do the odd bodies want me to go, though? Find and defeat the demons summoning the unseen. Oh, and they're just sort of in the way. So we'll go... No, let's complete the quest. I'm happy to run around without the odd body. So now we're going to this summoning ground for the unseen. This is the last in 4 quests that we've done to do with the odd bodies, and this is like the big climax to it. Oh, okay, so you can see there is this thing here called the Mouth of Torment. And there's a portal there, which presumably goes to the real world, and there's loads of torment creatures. So let's take them out. So what you can see here are portal wraiths, and the portal wraiths we actually saw a long time ago back in Prophecies. The Lich was using portal wraiths in the final mission. If you remember, he summoned these portals that would take the Titans to all the different areas of Tyria. Do you remember that? And to take out the portals, we had to destroy 3 portal wraiths at each thing, and that's a mechanic that we see come back here in the Realm of Torment, particularly later as the Lich becomes a little bit more involved in the storyline. But anyway, there we go. So you kill them. In fact, did they just disappear? I mean, I might be seeing this wrong, but I'm pretty sure they just disappeared. Anyway, the last patrol's just updated. And we've completed it. There's not even any dialogue, not until we go back to Commander Thurnis. Does that mean the odd bodies are going to keep following me around? That'd be amazing if they do. I hope they don't stop. Are you guys going to leave the Harvestman's Lair with me? Or are they just going to stand there? Oh, they're going to stand there. Okay, well, we've lost them, but I'm sure we'll do okay. We got 3 more bound spirits to take out. That was the end of the odd bodies, guys. We've got one more bit of dialogue when we speak to Commander Thurnis again. Oh, Captain Yithlis is speaking. He says, "Well done, friends. We did it. We have saved. We have my friends." Cough. Captain, he's hurt. Captain? Oh dear, so he's been mortally injured. Oh, and there's another terror web there. There is no time to talk now, companions. Listen to me. You must return to Commander Thurnis. Tell him we won. Garfaz, get them home safely. It was an honour to fight with you. Return to Thurnis, Matt Greenspring. We still have work to do. Yes, Yithlis deserves a burial. Oh. I like how he specifically says to Garfaz, because just Garfaz is that badass. Garfaz is the one that keeps him safe. You know, with the odd bodies, I was actually expecting, do you know, one of the guys, when we first were learning about the odd bodies, one of the Forgotten said to us, "Oh, this guy is not to be trusted, I have nothing more to say." I was kind of expecting his story to come out a bit more. Maybe he was going to betray the odd bodies or something, but it turns out he doesn't. Seems like they put a lot of effort into the backstories for those characters, and then they just kind of get shafted off with just a couple of quests, don't you think? But still. So that's that, and then obviously we'll speak to his father in a minute and finish all that up. But for now, we want to go north. And looking at the map, there's like a weird structure up there. We'll see when we get to it. Oh, wonderful. Look at this. We have to go into a place that looks like the leech tunnels again. Oh, brilliant. Oh, okay. It's not very big at the very least. Okay, so there's some pop-ups and a... Look at all the Margonites in there. Oh, God, this isn't going to be fun. Okay, everybody stand back. I'm just scared more stuff's going to pop up because this grasp here came out of nowhere. Okay. Oh, they're coming. Brilliant, so this is the next one, Bound Kai Chen. And Corey's dead again. Corey's just dying so much down here. He's just not doing anything. Okay, I'll bring him back. Alright, so that's the next guy done. But how are we going to get to his spirit? Okay, his spirit's right round here with all these Margonites. I'll focus on killing these guys first. Excellent. Okay, so Imperial Guard Kai Chen. Hello, we've saved you. Oh, do you know what this thing here reminds me of? That thing in Star Wars where they're in the desert. I don't know what it's called, but they're going to get thrown into it on the second one. Oh, sorry, the fifth film. But yeah, that's what that reminds me of. Anyway, Imperial Guard Kai Chen. How are things in Cantha? Are the Kurziks and Luxons still at each other's throats? Oh, yes. Yes, they are. I'm indebted to you, friend. Although it has been many years, I still cannot believe that Shiro alone committed the treachery against the Emperor. During preparations for the harvest ceremony, he was on edge, talking about a fortune teller and a choice he must make. He made no sense at all, and the whole thing still doesn't. But then again, perhaps it can all be explained by how far out of his mind my poor comrade had gone. Right, so I'm glad we didn't spend long here. Bad memories, bad memories. Okay, so let's keep going. We've got one more to save, and where is he? Ah, he's all the way over there, and I believe that is where the Arachnia's heart is, which means that I can cut it. If it's not where Arachnia's heart is, I'll leave it in, but I'm pretty sure it is, so we'll be okay. Let's go across this bridge. Oh, look at this. You can actually go across this kind of arm. What is this? This isn't ground. These are scales. This is like a big creature and we get to walk on it. Lovely. Yeah, look, this is sort of the bit with Arachnia right here. Okay, at last. Right, well, I feel like I've just killed everything within a square mile of this whole place, except this group here. This is where the last guy is. As you can see, that's the Arachnia's heart there. I mean, it wasn't very far at all. Yeah, we got a load of Margonites and Bound Tiendi. It actually looks like the bound things are sort of separate from the rest of the group, so I'm going to try and put him on his own. Come on. Oh shit, that did not work very well. Whoops. Okay, never mind. Alright, there we go. He's dead, and that was the last guy. Let's go speak to him. Oh, it's a girl. Okay, what do you have to say? She says, my childhood memories of the majestic sights of Xingji Island are the only thoughts that keep me from going insane in this tormented realm. It's actually quite a nice comment there, I think, because if you think of Xingji Island, it is quite nice there, and then you look at this, and it's such a massive change. Anyway, a history of violence. Ah, freedom. I will remember this, compassion hero. All of these years, my anger has been focused on Shiro, but now I find that darker forces were at play. Shiro can never gain forgiveness for his crime against the Emperor, but know that a greater evil acted as the driving force behind his actions. Abaddon, lord of this realm, sent a minion of his evil to entice Shiro's dark side. Disguised as a simple fortune teller, this avatar corrupted Shiro thoroughly and used his own black thoughts against him. So, this is probably the big one. This explains that the fortune teller was pretty much a minion of Abaddon's, and by extension it was all Abaddon's fault really, because if the fortune teller never came into the picture, Shiro never would have done the stuff. I think they're quite clever with the dialogue for this though, because despite saying yes it was kind of Abaddon's fault, they still leave Shiro as an evil guy, so you still feel okay hating him. You don't pity pity him. He is the big villain of factions, and they don't take that away from him. They don't say, oh really, he was just an innocent guy. They do kind of hint that maybe he was still evil. In fact, I think when we read this, he says, thank you for liberating the other guardsmen. They fought too valiantly in life to deserve such a fate. You say a fortune teller played a part in Shiro's treachery? Perhaps she ignited the spark of evil that was always residing in him, or perhaps he was a pawn all along. See, like this last line here, it's very good the way they do this, because I think they leave it up to you to decide, was he really evil? They never specifically say, oh, he was just an innocent guy, and completely change the way you look at him. You can still play through factions again knowing this quest and still see him as an evil guy, because they don't take that away. But yeah, so, and we get a follow-up quest. Ready your strength, Matt Greenspring. My comrades revealed to me that the fortune teller that poisoned Shiro's mind dwells nearby. Journey to the domain of fear and end her machinations for once and for all. It will bring peace to us and Emperor Angsaiyan's spirit to know that such an evil is destroyed. This is one surprise the fortune teller won't see coming. She won't see it coming because I'm not doing it. So this is quite good. I like how we get to fight the fortune teller, because they come forward and say, look, the fortune teller was the one that corrupted Shiro. It was kind of all her fault, and even when you're playing through factions before Nightfall came out, you could kind of see it was all her fault. But you never got to fight her. You never got to turn around and say, yeah, I fucking hate you, and actually go after her. And now we finally get the opportunity to do that. So, but before we do that, we did just finish the Odd Bodies quest, so let's go do that. Way back at the Gate of Torment, speak to the original guy, the guy who kicked all of this off. We actually go back to at the end, which I think is quite a nice little touch. And there are some other quests around here which I won't be doing, but there's one particularly that I quite liked the sound of. It's a guy who spent his whole life in Vabi worshipping Lissa, but sadly he was corrupted by Abaddon, so all the gods sent him down here. And he went mad thinking that he didn't deserve to be here. He thought he should be wherever Lissa's afterlife was. And so he eventually went insane and started talking to imaginary people, and you have to like go and sort him out, which I thought was a quite nice quest. But the threat was real, and you say Yithlis has fallen. I need some time to think about what you have said. So maybe Yithlis gets his life back. Maybe his father will actually accept him, because he did do a great thing there. He stopped a new demon, the Unseen. Could have been just as bad as the Hunger. I mean, let's not forget the Hunger ate Cormier's eyes and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, let's go back to the Gate of Secrets. I'll focus more on this and talk about the outpost description and stuff in the next episode, but we're simply here right now because it's the quickest way. If we leave back into the domain of fear from here, we actually can get to the fortune teller very quickly, which is always nice. Right, so where are we headed? I think it's north a bit. Yeah, north a bit. I will speed it up as much as I possibly can, or cut it wherever I feel it's relevant. I will see you guys in a second. Okay, so now we're coming under some kind of crazy looking obsidian rock things. And there's not been anything to fight for quite some time. We're getting pretty close to it though. The fortune teller is supposedly just north a bit. Oh wow, and look at that, look at the sky. Look at the sky here, there's actually stars? How odd is that? I love looking at the sky when we're out in the mists, because it's so weird. Okay, alright, and clouds and stuff as well. Right, so here's some things to kill. I was getting really worried there, because it had been a while before I'd seen anything. Which was looking a bit weird. Okay, so now we come to quite a pretty sight over here, as you can see. These giant, massive skull things, and this is where we're going to fight the fortune teller. And I will talk to you about these things because they look awesome, don't they? They don't look like anything you've probably seen before. They're absolutely huge. They're much bigger than they were in the picture, actually. I thought they were going to be much, much smaller than this. Right, so there's some Margonites here. Oh, and the fortune teller. Oh, there she is. There she is. We haven't seen her, guys, for ages. Not since cutscenes that took place 200 years before the events of factions. And here we are, actually seeing her in real life. Have you come to hear your fortune, Matt Greenspring? Your only future is an untimely death. I shall corrupt your soul as I corrupted that of Shiro. Right, so she gives us a bit of a little threatening speech, but nothing more than that. Let's go in and kill her peons first. And look, there she actually is. It's the same model and everything. That's brilliant. I love the way they've done this. Alright, let's blow up the Margonites. Have you noticed how the Margonites are actually the easiest things to kill down here? I mean, Jesus, everything else is so much more deadly and annoying. Right, okay, so let's kill the fortune teller before I talk about these giant skulls coming out of everywhere. And she said, oh god, and she's respawned as a demonic fortune teller. Do you really think you stand a chance against Abaddon, mortal? This is his realm. Wow, so she loves Abaddon. And look at this. This is her true form. Oh my god, and look at all the stuff she spawned. Looking out. Okay, well, she's dead. Quest updated. Bad fortune. Looks to be complete. Let's kill all of her friends. Right, okay, so they're dead, the quest is complete, but before we go, these huge skulls. What the hell is going on here, right? I love the kind of the serpent things coming out of that thing's hair. Right, these, again, something in the background, you get no real indication what the hell they are, they just look awesome. These are more of them here and here and here. These are called Abaddon's Dead Children. Yeah, that's right. In the guildwars.dat, these are called Abaddon's Dead Children. They are described. This place is described as a graveyard of dead demigods. These demigods were created by Abaddon during his long imprisonment. They grew up, challenged their mentor, and were slain. And this is where they are now. How cool is that? I mean, come on, that's pretty brilliant. I love this. So yeah, giant things. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Whether they turned to stone after they were killed or what. But they're huge, aren't they? They really are. I mean, this is their mouth. This is like teeth. It's crazy, but it's good stuff. Right. So there we go. Coming up to the end of the episode now. Let's map back to the Gate of Fear. We've killed the fortune teller. I quite like how she had two forms as well. Kind of makes the fight seem a little bit more special. She's a little bit more interesting than other bosses that get a bit of story, like the Titan we killed in the other episodes, Valeo, Prelemium, or whatever his name was, and just dies. But yeah, here we go. So we've kind of avenged everything that happened in factions now. It pleases me greatly to hear that the demon has been destroyed. Now we must return Shiro's spirits to the mist, where he can pay for his deeds in the proper manner. Right, so yeah. We've done that, but Shiro's still about. Shiro, whether he was corrupted by her or not, now he is an evil arsehole. He was sent here by the envoys, possibly because they thought it was still a prison. I've actually got a little bit of an idea. You know, the envoys, as we all know, were great criminals that were actually chosen by the Oracle of the Mists to then become envoys who would spend the rest of their life as punishment shepherding the souls of the dead to the underworld and stuff. And then Shiro started abusing that, and then they sent him here to the realm of torment. I do wonder if the Oracle of the Mists, back when Shiro originally died, whether that Oracle of the Mists decided not to send him straight to the realm of torment because he knew that Shiro had been corrupted by Abaddon, and he knew way back then that if Shiro was simply sent here, Abaddon would give him free reign and it wouldn't be a real punishment. So maybe that's why Shiro was chosen to be an envoy in the first place, if you see what I mean, to stop him coming down here into the realm of torment. And then of course we defeated him in factions, and he was eventually sent here, and now he is building his army back up, and he sent some of them at us, as we've seen. Only time will tell what will happen when we finally meet him down here. But that will be coming up soon enough, guys. So next episode, we will be at the Gate of Secrets, the 5th gate. And we'll be learning more stuff about what Abaddon has been doing and all the kind of weird stuff, like you learn about places that document his names. We're going to a great library and all kinds of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time.